Most of the mankind's earliest sports evolved out of the activities and equipment used for early humans' survival. The beginning of the most of the sport we participate in today developed tens of thousands of years ago during some of the world's earliest civilizations. Many of these activities developed simultaneously in different parts of the world out of natural human movement, which makes the origin of some of these sports hard to trace. Still, I tried digging a bit and find out the 6 oldest sports human ever played. Hey guys, I'm Ishan and you're watching Rebound Box, signing in. Number 6. Suchu is a ball game from ancient China which emerged sometime around 2500 BCE. The objective of Suchu is to kick a ball through an opening in a small net, and it is recognized by FIFA as the earliest form of football. According to FIFA, Suchu was first mentioned as an exercise in a military manual dating back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries BC. During the Han Dynasty, Suchu became popular among the royal courts and upper classes, and the Han Emperor Wu Di supposedly also enjoyed this sport. Suchu began to decline in popularity because of Ming Dynasty, which explains why football is not the top sport in China. Number 5. The origin of boxing can be traced back to the ancient Mesopotamia from the Sumerian civilization. The earliest known depiction of boxing comes from a Sumerian relief from the early 3rd or 2nd millennium BCE. It depicts 2 men without gloves facing each other with their arms bent and fists clenched. Other ancient cultures boxed bare-fisted, and the Minoans appear to be the first civilization to use boxing gloves. Boxing first appeared in the Olympics at the 23rd Olympiad in 688 BCE, and the boxers wound leather thongs around their hands for protection. Modern boxing evolved from 16th and 18th century prize fights in Great Britain. Number 4. Humans have been swimming for thousands of years, and one of the earliest depictions of the activity can be found in the cave of swimmers in the Gulf Kabir plateau of the Libyan desert. Archaeologists believe that these prehistoric drawings show people using the breaststroke or doggy paddle. Although people have been swimming since the prehistoric era, swimming did not become a competitive sport until the 1800s. England is credited as the first country to participate in swimming as a recreation and competitive sport, and the National Swimming Society of England organized these early competitions, which were immediately became popular. Swimming first appeared at the Olympics in 1896 as a men's sport. Number 3. Evidence suggests that the bow and arrow were invented by the end of the Upper Paleolithic era, which makes archery an important part of early human history. It was used for hunting and is presented throughout the mythologies of many different cultures. Ancient Egyptians were one of the first civilizations to regularly use archery for hunting and warfare. In addition to the Egyptian, other ancient civilizations like the Persians, Parthians, Indians, Chinese, and Japanese had a large number of archers in their armies. Archery made its Olympic debut in 1900 and was featured in the next 1904, 1908 and 1920 before returning in 1972, and it is still currently the part of the Olympics. Number 2. Wrestling is another ancient sport whose origins are difficult to trace, as it is depicted throughout the art of several early civilizations. Along with running, wrestling was first depicted by the people who lived near the Lascaux caves in France over 5,300 years ago. Some of the first depiction of wrestling as a sport can be traced back to the Sumerians, who lived around 5,000 years ago. Wrestling was also practiced by the ancient Egyptians, as evidenced by the several wrestling scenes found in tombs at Beni Hassan. Historians believe that wrestling has been featured as an Olympic sport since at least 704 BCE. But guys, before we get into the number 1 spot, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe us out. Number 1. Running is believed to be the world's oldest sport, as it requires no equipment. Although it's hard to pinpoint exactly when running developed as a sport, it is believed that human running evolved sometime around 4.5 million years ago. One of the earliest depictions of sprinting is found in the Lascaux caves in France, dating back to the Upper Paleolithic era. The first event in the first ever Olympic in 776 BCE was a foot race. Although this date is often cited as the start of running as a sport, one of the earliest recorded running competitions was held in Ireland in 1829 BCE. That's all for today's video, guys. If you love the video, don't hesitate to subscribe us out from here. Also, if you want to know about a dark solution of Fermi paradox, click here. I will be back with another video. Until then, have fun, take care, and signing out.